Hey explorers, so it is time for day 3 in Franklin, or the second full day here in Franklin, Tennessee. And today we have a lot of things in store, more history filled things in store today. And we do have another educational session this afternoon, and of course food along the way. So make sure you stay tuned to see what things you can learn and get into while here in Franklin, Tennessee. So if you're new here, welcome. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Now let's get into today's video.
This area was settled in the early 1800s. So one of the things we do on tours every day is we tell people, get them to try to imagine what this area was like. Tennessee became a state in 1796. You've got waves of white settlers coming out here. Of course, they're bringing slaves with them. The expansion of this area is tied directly to slavery. The man who owned this property initially, his name was Randall McGavick. He built the first house here about 1815. If you've ever seen or ever looked at a slave census, there are no names. They don't think about how a place like this operated every day. There were people everywhere doing, structurally the house is almost identical to the way that it was.
We spent 2 hours inside the Carnton home learning about the slaves that worked there and how they are honored, about the owners, and exploring the entire home. But since it was raining, we go to tour the grounds in a later video. Finishing up at the Carnton Plantation is a great time to honor the U.S. colored troops who fought in the Civil War to help end slavery, the same slavery that took place at Carnton. This is the first I've ever seen a statue like this, and it is powerful. This statue, which honors 186,000 Black men who fought in the war, was championed through the Fuller Project with local pastors Chris Williamson, Kevin Riggs, and Hewitt Sawyer, historian Eric Jacobson, and city officials to bring this to life during the 2021 unveiling.
Just happy that y'all are here in this neighborhood. This is the Hard Bargain community. It's one of 2 neighborhoods that were established after the Civil War.
Now we are moving forward to the post-Civil War era. Here is the McLemore House Museum. This museum was originally owned by former enslaved person Harvey McLemore. Not much is known about Mr. McLemore, but he's repeatedly mentioned in state inventory and court records until 1850. Following the Emancipation Proclamation in 1865, Mr. Harvey McLemore signed his first work contract as a free man with his former owner to cultivate nearly 40 acres of land and cotton. But, of course, this contract still put him at a disadvantage.
He was able to keep his business there for a long time until he passed away, and then his son-in-law inherited the property, and he had a store there. And I remember myself going to, they first had a pool hall, then they had a restaurant, and they make these big old hamburgers in that restaurant, and it closed up, and then he bought a Sonic on Hillsborough Road in Franklin. So this man, A.N.C. Williams' family was very, they had a business mind as well, and they were entrepreneurs. So A.N.C. Williams has a street named after him, and it's so ironic that the Sonic that his son-in-law bought, the city named the street A.N.C. Way, and they had no idea that was the connection. So those are God things. Okay. Then we have.
It's great hearing stories from Miss Alma in this home that is still standing on the 4 lots of land he purchased from his prior slave owner for $400 in 1880, the largest amount of property owned by any African American in Hard Bargain. He then built his home, this building we walked through today, that is still standing. It was an incredible experience walking through this home with Miss Alma McLemore, who married into the family. We were able to hear stories of her, the family, and friends, as well as seeing artifacts and photos. It was great to see the pride of home built out of determination and resilience after hardship.
Because the Black people's Civil War, every Black person that I talk to, do not talk to me about the Civil War. But when I got involved, I said, listen, you need to talk about this because we need to share our stories. And remember, we won. They don't understand Yeah, we won, you know, we became free after the Civil War, isn't that right? So I want people to understand, I want black people to understand that it's okay to talk about it. I think we've gotten better, but we need to really understand more that it's okay and not be afraid to talk about this at work.
So we just finished up at the McLemore House, which was such great history. And so Alma, who was telling us the history of Harvey McLemore, she just became like our auntie, and she insisted on us coming to Moe Better, which is a food truck here in Franklin, Tennessee, and black owned. And I'm getting the white name fish sandwich. The operations in here. Okay. Thank you.
I don't say we hope. We know you're going to enjoy the food. We just hope you don't go to sleep after you go to sleep.
Maybe an adapter, but not an actual. The lobby one or just the Hilton Honors one? I was
Your story. We spent the morning with Eric Jacobson. Oh boy, he was.
There's just been, from the beginning of inception, there's just been this divide.
Carrot cake is so good too.
Girl.
This was such an impactful day with a lot to process and decompress, but such a necessary day. And it was great to end the day with more stories, learning, laughter, and more great food at 1799 Kitchen and Bar Room with Pastor Williamson. What a great way to learn history by reliving it. All right, explorers. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. It is free for you to do so. And it helps me provide more and better content to you in the future. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Make sure you share this video with your friends, family, and social media networks so they can learn more about Franklin, Tennessee as well. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever in the world you are. Bye.